Okay, now we're recording, and as usual, I'll go to my next review of a forgotten game since the 90s by Igrana Entertainment. And you can see the title. That's right. Hey, we're finally going to review the very first South Park video game, before we actually got a few more. Some of them weren't that good, and ones got better in 2010. Those of you already grown up with the South Park franchise, since it's been around since 1992 from its animated pilot, and its show started in 1997. The story plot is plain and simple. I'll let this guy explain it.
The planet, Earth. The town to be victimized, South Park, Colorado. A quaint little town, nestled in the peaks of the Rocky Mountains. Where better to terrorize good and decent folk? Yeah, right.
And yes, this is the game. And believe it or not, I played this game from the N64 and PlayStation 1. PlayStation 1 wasn't that good. To this game's credit, the graphics do reference to the show, but all 3D model for the N64. Not like the best graphics like Super Mario 64 style, but still, well, to its credit, it does have voice acting from the show. For the way they are animated, including Chef, the way he moves is wobbly. You can play pretty much into South Park characters, but it doesn't matter which one you play, they play basically the same. I couldn't figure out how to switch to the other characters. Anyhow, this is pretty much the whole game. And you have to take out these annoying turkeys, and you have like so much long health. There's no possible way you can die. But believe me, the game will become a little bit hard to do. The music is a little bit bland and dull. But I would never enjoy playing this game when I was younger. The story's plain and simple. They're just a bunch of South Park children saving their own beloved home on South Park, Colorado. And it's up to our four boys, Kenny, Stan, Kyle, and Cartman, to save the day and taking out some weird looking creatures that are taking over their part of their town. Not only turkeys, but mutants, aliens. Giant bosses are pretty easy, and all their weaknesses. And you picking up different weapons, powers. A plunger weapon, shark weapon gun, yep, that's a thing. Powerball, snowball weapons, which if you hold down to the pad buttons, and so if you're playing this on the 64, you use a special weapon, and P and the snowball to hit bad guys. Yeah, you don't see that in most video games. But you'll be hearing the same characters repeat the same lines over and over again because I could not think of anything else. My favorite scenes about this game is the cutscenes. There's like minor difference to this game Even from the N64 toward PlayStation 2, are pretty good. There's also a mini game, and you'll want to make sure you take out the enemies. Using it to save the town. That's actually pretty challengingly fun. I would say this game is actually not awful, but just kind of dull at times. There's like several levels. What makes the game like about like 2 or 3 hours long. The last one, and you fight robots, and yeah, you have to keep picking up the characters as every time you complete a stage. It'll get annoying after a while. And there'll be platforming at times, which will be annoyingly hard to do because you have to time your jump. And this game has like aimer shots, kind of like Golden Eye. Because this game does. This is like another reference to other games, like something I'll review as BioShock. It has like that camera angle where you shoot at enemies too. There's like a few other things I did not explain too much. Like every time you go throughout each stage, you have to keep on beating up more certain enemies. Later on, they'll become a little bit difficult. But if you die, you have to start all over again. And if you don't get checkpoints. But to another game's credit, it does have multiplayer, which is the funnest part of the game, which I find quite enjoyable. All that you can go against each other, throwing weapons at the other players. It's actually some good time fun. So there are redeeming qualities to this game's qualityness, but the slight problem is that stages go on way too long and big empty field and not too many enemies to fight, which makes the game almost half boring for the very beginning of the very first South Park game to be based off the show. I would say this is not an awful game, but at least they tried their best to make it halfway decently good. I did love playing this game when I was younger. But after like nearly 22 years of South Park's games, Stick of Truth got a bit better. So stick around, folks, that someday I'll talk about the other South Park games. Chef Love Shack, and even South Park Rally, since we got all 3 of these games aimed from the late 90s and 2000s. All I can say is this game is halfway decent all the time. Yep. Oh yeah, no, I forgot to mention, Kenny does die a lot throughout the entire series. You know, it's a funny comedy relief show. You pretty much enjoy watching South Park much more as I do. Also, it's way better than The Simpsons. Simpsons Family Guy. Because it's funny. And it's kind of gross at times, but South Park is still a great 8 show. So I had to get this game being a below average one, even though the music doesn't have much else to say about it. And I almost forgot to mention you can unlock a few characters in the minigames too. I mean, multiplayer. Well, obviously I use cheat codes to unlock them. So that makes the game a little bit more fun to play different characters. Okay, it's already going to be 11 minutes. I can just wrap this up right now. So, I'll see you guys when I probably talk about one of the other South Park games in the near future. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you around, mates. Goodbye for now.